Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal will completely transform your understanding of every theft you've experienced, every unjust taking you've endured, every wrong removal you've survived. Because something profound happened in the spiritual realm the moment they took what was rightfully yours. The instant they stole what belonged to you. The second they removed what you'd earned, built, created, deserved. They thought they were taking from you permanently, stealing from you successfully, removing from you irreversibly. They believed their theft would diminish you, their taking would reduce you, their removal would decrease you. But they miscalculated catastrophically. They didn't account for divine mathematics, for heaven's multiplication principles, for God's justice system that operates beyond human courts, beyond earthly laws, beyond natural consequences. They took what was yours, and that taking triggered something in the spiritual realm that they never anticipated, never imagined, never conceived as possible. God saw what they took. Heaven recorded what they stole. Divine justice documented what they removed. And in response, God didn't just restore what was taken. God multiplied it tenfold. Not just gave back what they took, multiplied it. Not just replaced what they stole, increased it exponentially. Not just returned what they removed, expanded it beyond anything you had before they took it, beyond anything you'd built before they stole it, beyond anything you'd achieved before they removed it. They took what was yours, and God multiplied it tenfold. Their theft became your multiplication catalyst. Their stealing became your expansion trigger. Their removal became your elevation activator. This is divine justice. This is heavenly mathematics. This is cosmic law functioning exactly as designed. What's taken unjustly from the righteous gets returned multiplied. What's stolen wrongfully from the chosen gets restored exponentially. What's removed illegally from the protected gets replaced abundantly. They thought they were taking from you. They were actually triggering your multiplication, activating your expansion, initiating your elevation to levels you wouldn't have reached if they hadn't taken what was yours, stolen what belonged to you, removed what you'd created. Tonight you're going to understand exactly what divine multiplication means, how heaven's mathematics operates, why their theft triggered your tenfold return. You're going to see what they took and what's coming back multiplied, what they stole and what's being restored exponentially, what they removed and what's arriving abundantly. You're going to recognize that their taking wasn't your ending, but your beginning. Their stealing wasn't your loss, but your gain catalyst. Their removal wasn't your reduction, but your multiplication activation. They took what was yours, and God multiplied it tenfold. This is your testimony, this is your reality, this is your truth. Their injustice became your justice multiplied. Their theft became your restoration expanded. Their taking became your receiving abundantly beyond anything you had, anything you built, anything you achieved before they took what triggered the divine multiplication that's about to manifest in your life so powerfully, so abundantly, so exponentially that even your enemies will have to acknowledge that God multiplied what they took tenfold. Let me take you back to when they first took from you, when that theft occurred, when that removal happened. You had built something valuable. Through your effort, your sacrifice, your investment of time, energy, resources, vision, you created something significant. A business, a relationship, a position, an opportunity, a dream manifesting, something tangible, real, valuable that represented years of work, seasons of sacrifice, countless hours of investment. It was yours, legitimately, rightfully, deservedly. You earned it, built it, created it through legitimate means, honest work, genuine sacrifice. Then they took it. Not through superior competition, through theft, not through better performance, through manipulation, not through earned victory, through deception, betrayal, scheming, plotting, coordinating to remove what was yours, to steal what you'd built, to take what you'd created. Maybe they took your business idea and claimed it as theirs. stole your concept and implemented it as their own, removed your opportunity and seized it for themselves. Maybe they took your position through office politics, stole your promotion through manipulation, removed your advancement through schemes. Maybe they took your relationship through seduction, stole your connection through lies, removed your bond through deception. Maybe they took your reputation through false accusations, stole your credibility through manufactured evidence, removed your standing through coordinated attacks. Maybe they took your resources through legal manipulation, stole your finances through technical exploitation, removed your security through systematic theft. However they took it unjustly, wrongfully, illegally in spiritual terms, even if technically legal in human terms. You felt devastated, violated, betrayed, angry, helpless. You'd invested so much, sacrificed so significantly, worked so hard only to have it taken by those who didn't earn it, stolen by those who didn't build it, removed by those who didn't deserve it. You cried out to God. You questioned divine justice. You wondered why heaven allowed this theft, why God permitted this taking, why divine protection didn't prevent this removal. You felt abandoned by the very forces you thought were protecting you, defending you, shielding you. But something was happening in the spiritual realm that you couldn't see, that you didn't perceive, that you couldn't understand in that moment of devastation, violation, loss. The moment they took what was yours, heaven's multiplication system activated. The instant they stole what you'd built, divine mathematics engaged. The second they removed what you'd created, God's tenfold return principle initiated. Their theft triggered spiritual response they never anticipated. Their taking activated heavenly consequence they never imagined. Their removal initiated divine multiplication they never conceived. God saw what they took, and God decided not just to restore it, but to multiply it, not just to replace what they stole, but to increase it exponentially. Not just to return what they removed, but to expand it abundantly. Why? Because their theft was injustice. And divine justice doesn't just correct injustice. Divine justice overcompensates for injustice. Heaven doesn't just restore what was taken unjustly. Heaven multiplies what was stolen wrongfully. God doesn't just replace what was removed illegally. God expands what was seized dishonestly. This is the principle of tenfold return. When something is taken from you unjustly, divine mathematics activates to return it multiplied by 10. Not just one-for-one replacement, tenfold multiplication, not just getting back what was taken, receiving 10 times what was stolen. Not just restoration of what was removed, expansion to 10 times what was seized. This isn't human mathematics. This is divine mathematics. This isn't earthly justice. This is heavenly justice. This isn't natural consequence. This is supernatural compensation. Now let me show you exactly what they took and what's coming back multiplied, what they stole and what's returning exponentially, what they removed and what's arriving abundantly. First, they took your opportunity, that position, that connection, that door that was opening for you. They saw it, wanted it, took it through manipulation, deception, schemes. They thought they were advancing themselves by taking your opportunity, elevating themselves by stealing your opening, positioning themselves by removing your door. But in taking your one opportunity, they triggered God's multiplication of 10 opportunities. What's coming isn't just the opportunity they took. What's coming is 10 opportunities better than the one they stole, bigger than the one they removed, more significant than the one they seized. Opportunities you never would have accessed if you'd gotten the one they took. Doors you never would have walked through if the one they stole had opened for you. Connections you never would have made if the one they removed had manifested for you. Their theft of your one opportunity created space for God's 10 opportunities. You're starting to see them. New doors opening that you didn't knock on. Fresh opportunities emerging that you didn't seek. Novel connections forming that you didn't pursue. These aren't random. These are divine multiplication manifesting. These are tenfold return arriving. These are heaven's compensation for what was taken. One opportunity was stolen. 10 opportunities are coming. One door was closed by them. 10 doors are opening by God. One connection was severed by theft. 10 connections are forming by divine design. This is tenfold multiplication. Second, they took your idea, that vision, that concept, that innovation you created. They heard it from you, saw it in you, stole it from you, and implemented it as theirs. They built from your blueprint, created from your design, profited from your vision while you got nothing, received no credit, obtained no benefit. They thought they were getting ahead by stealing your idea, becoming successful by taking your concept, achieving recognition by removing your innovation. But in taking your one idea, they triggered God's multiplication of 10 ideas. What's coming isn't just the idea they stole. What's coming is 10 ideas more innovative than what they took, more valuable than what they stole, more profitable than what they seized. Ideas flowing into your mind now that never would have come if you'd successfully implemented the one they took. Concepts emerging in your consciousness that wouldn't have developed if they hadn't stolen the one you shared. Visions manifesting in your spirit that couldn't have formed if they hadn't removed the one you created. You're experiencing this now. Ideas coming faster than you can implement them. Concepts flowing more rapidly than you can develop them. Visions appearing more frequently than you can manifest them. This isn't random creativity. This is divine multiplication functioning. This is tenfold return operating. This is heaven's compensation for stolen intellectual property. One idea was taken. 10 ideas are arriving. One concept was stolen. 10 concepts are flowing. One vision was removed. 10 visions are manifesting. This is tenfold multiplication. Third, they took your resources, that money, those assets, those materials you'd accumulated. Through legal technicality, through financial manipulation, through systematic exploitation, they transferred what was yours into their possession. They thought they were enriching themselves by taking your resources, securing themselves by stealing your assets, prospering themselves by removing your materials. But in taking your financial resources, they triggered God's multiplication of supernatural provision. What's coming isn't just the money they took. What's coming is provision 10 times what they stole, resources 10 times what they removed, wealth 10 times what they seized. Not necessarily all at once, but cumulatively, progressively, incrementally. Money appearing from sources you didn't arrange, resources arriving through channels you didn't create, provision manifesting via means you didn't plan. This supernatural supply wouldn't have flowed if you'd kept what they took. This divine provision wouldn't have manifested if they hadn't removed what you had. You're witnessing this unfold. Unexpected checks arriving, surprising gifts appearing, unusual opportunities for income emerging, debts being forgiven mysteriously, expenses being paid by others unexpectedly. This isn't luck. This is divine multiplication manifesting financially. This is tenfold return operating economically. This is heaven's compensation for stolen resources. One amount was taken. 10 times that amount is coming through multiple streams, various channels, diverse sources until the total received exceeds tenfold what was stolen. This is supernatural multiplication. Fourth, they took your relationship, that connection, that partnership, that bond you'd invested in. Through seduction, through lies, through deliberate interference, they removed that person from your life, stole that connection from your reality, severed that bond from your experience. They thought they were gaining by taking your relationship, winning by stealing your connection, succeeding by removing your bond. But in taking your one relationship, they triggered God's multiplication of authentic connections. What's coming isn't just the relationship they took. What's coming is 10 relationships more authentic than what they stole, more aligned than what they removed, more beneficial than what they seized. Connections with people who actually celebrate you, genuinely support you, authentically participate in your growth. Relationships that add rather than drain, build rather than consume, strengthen rather than weaken. Bonds that align with your destiny, enhance your calling, support your purpose. These connections never would have formed if the relationship they took had remained. You're experiencing this emergence. New people entering your life who see you, value you, honor you. Fresh connections forming with individuals operating at your level, walking your path, understanding your journey. Novel bonds developing with souls who resonate with your frequency, align with your mission, connect with your purpose. This isn't coincidence. This is divine multiplication functioning relationally. This is tenfold return operating socially. This is heaven's compensation for stolen connection. One relationship was taken. 10 connections are forming. One bond was severed. 10 relationships are emerging. One person was removed. 10 people are arriving. This is relational multiplication. Fifth, they took your recognition. That credit, that acknowledgement, that honor you deserved. They presented your work as theirs, claimed your achievement as theirs, received accolades for what you created. They thought they were building reputation by taking your recognition, establishing credibility by stealing your credit, gaining honor by removing your acknowledgement. But in taking your one moment of recognition, they triggered God's multiplication of authentic honor. What's coming isn't just the recognition they took. What's coming is honor 10 times greater than what they stole, acknowledgement 10 times wider than what they removed, recognition 10 times deeper than what they seized. Not from people trying to impress you, from people genuinely appreciating you. Not from audiences you're performing for, from communities authentically valuing you. Not from recognition you're chasing, from honor finding you because your authentic work, genuine contribution, real impact demands acknowledgement. You're beginning to notice this shift. People recognizing your actual contributions, individuals acknowledging your real impact, communities honoring your genuine work. This recognition comes without you seeking it. This honor arrives without you chasing it. This acknowledgement manifests without you demanding it. This is divine multiplication functioning reputationally. This is tenfold return operating honorably. This is heaven's compensation for stolen credit. One acknowledgement was taken. 10 recognitions are coming. One credit was stolen. 10 honors are manifesting. One moment was removed. 10 acknowledgements are arriving. This is recognition multiplication. Now let me tell you what's happening to those who took from you, what they're experiencing as divine multiplication functions for you, what they're facing as tenfold return manifests in your life. First, they're discovering that what they took doesn't satisfy. That opportunity they stole feels empty. That idea they took produces no lasting joy. That resource they removed creates no real security. That relationship they seized brings no genuine fulfillment. That recognition they claim generates no authentic satisfaction. What they took is hollow for them because it wasn't meant for them, wasn't designed for them, wasn't destined for them. They're experiencing the curse of stolen blessing. Blessing only blesses its intended recipient. When blessing is stolen, it becomes curse for the thief. What should have prospered you is poisoning them. What should have elevated you is stagnating them. What should have fulfilled you is frustrating them. They took your blessing. But blessing doesn't function outside its divine assignment. They have what they took, but it's not working for them the way they expected, producing for them what they anticipated, delivering for them what they imagined. Second, they're watching you multiply while they stagnate. They took from you expecting to advance ahead of you, to prosper beyond you, to succeed above you. But they're watching the opposite occur. You're advancing beyond them, you're prospering above them, you're succeeding past them, and they can't understand how. They took from you. You should be behind them. They stole from you. You should be beneath them. They removed from you. You should be below them. But somehow you're ahead, above, beyond them despite their theft. This confuses them deeply. They violated cosmic law when they took from you unjustly. They triggered divine mathematics when they stole from you wrongfully. They activated heaven's multiplication when they removed from you illegally. And now they're witnessing divine justice functioning, tenfold return manifesting, supernatural compensation operating. You're multiplying. They're stagnating. You're expanding. They're contracting. You're elevating. They're plateauing. Their theft didn't diminish you. It multiplied you. Third, they're experiencing return of their injustice. What they took from you is being taken from them. What they stole from you is being removed from them. What they seized from you is being extracted from them, not by you. You're not taking anything from them. But cosmic law is functioning, spiritual justice is operating, divine mathematics is executing. They took from you, so taking is coming to them. They stole from you, so loss is visiting them. They removed from you, so removal is arriving for them. This might manifest as business failure, relationship ending, reputation collapse, financial loss, opportunity removal in their lives. However it manifests as direct consequence of their theft from you. They're learning the hard way that you don't take from the chosen without facing consequences. Don't steal from the protected without experiencing justice. Don't remove from the anointed without encountering divine response that's proportional to offense, equivalent to theft, matching to injustice. Fourth, they're regretting their theft, not always consciously, but subconsciously they're recognizing they made catastrophic miscalculation. They thought taking from you would advance them. It's actually set them back. They believed stealing from you would elevate them. It's actually diminished them. They assumed removing from you would benefit them. It's actually cursed them with stolen blessing that doesn't function, with taken opportunity that doesn't prosper, with seized resources that don't satisfy. If they could undo their theft, many would. If they could return what they took and erase consequences, most would. If they could go back and choose differently, all would. But they can't. What's done is done. What was taken triggered multiplication for you and consequence for them that cannot be undone, cannot be stopped, cannot be reversed. They took from you. Divine justice is responding. And that response includes your multiplication and their consequence. Fifth, they're witnessing your testimony. Your story about how they took from you and God multiplied it tenfold is becoming known, is spreading, is reaching ears beyond your immediate circle. This testimony is their exposure, their revelation, their unveiling. People are learning what they did, how they took, why they stole. And in learning this, people are distancing from them, withdrawing trust from them, removing confidence in them. Your testimony isn't revenge, but it functions as justice because truth about their theft becomes known. Reality about their taking gets revealed. Facts about their removal are exposed. And this exposure affects their reputation, damages their credibility, reduces their influence. They wanted your credit, but their theft is costing them credit. They sought your honor, but their stealing is removing their honor. They desired your recognition, but their taking is destroying their recognition. Your testimony about divine multiplication is simultaneously their exposure about unjust theft. Let me give you practical wisdom for receiving the tenfold multiplication that's coming, for stewarding the exponential return that's arriving, for managing the abundant compensation that's manifesting. First, stay faithful in the waiting. Multiplication doesn't always manifest immediately. Sometimes there's gap between when they took and when tenfold returns. Use that gap faithfully. Keep working, keep building, keep creating, keep serving, keep giving, keep growing. Don't let their theft stop your productivity. Their stealing halt your creativity. Their removal end your activity. The multiplication is coming. But it comes to those who remain faithful during the gap, who stay productive in the waiting, who continue creating between theft and return. If you stop because they took, you won't be positioned to receive when multiplication arrives. If you quit because they stole, you won't be prepared to steward when tenfold manifests. If you freeze because they removed, you won't be ready to manage when exponential return comes. Stay faithful, keep moving, remain productive. The multiplication is worth the faithful waiting. Second, forgive quickly and completely. Don't let bitterness about their theft block your multiplication. Unforgiveness stops flow. Bitterness blocks blessing. Resentment restricts return. Forgive them, not because they deserve forgiveness, because you deserve multiplication, not because what they did was acceptable, because carrying unforgiveness is destructive to you, not because they've repented, because your multiplication requires your heart to be clear, your spirit to be clean, your soul to be unburdened. Forgiveness isn't reconciliation necessarily. Forgiveness is release. You're releasing them from your emotional prison, from your mental preoccupation, from your spiritual attention. You're releasing anger that only poisons you, bitterness that only blocks you, resentment that only restricts you. Forgive quickly. Release completely. Move forward freely. Your multiplication is waiting for your forgiveness to clear the path, to open the channel, to create space for tenfold return to flow. Third, prepare for increase. Tenfold multiplication will require tenfold capacity. If they took 1 and God is returning 10, you need capacity for 10. Prepare for increase. Develop skills you'll need for larger opportunities. Build capacities you'll require for expanded resources. Create systems you'll demand for multiplied blessings. Don't just wait passively for multiplication, prepare actively for multiplication. People who aren't prepared for increase often receive increase but can't sustain increase. They get tenfold return but can't steward tenfold blessing. They receive multiplication but can't manage multiplication. Don't be that person. Prepare for what's coming. Expand your capacity. Develop your skills. Build your systems. Strengthen your character. Deepen your wisdom. Increase your knowledge. When tenfold comes, you'll be ready to receive it, positioned to steward it, prepared to maximize it. Fourth, plan to help others with your multiplication. Your tenfold return isn't just for you. It's for everyone you're meant to help. Everyone you're called to serve, everyone you're designed to bless. When your multiplication manifests, share it generously. Help others experiencing theft. Support people facing loss. Bless individuals enduring removal. Your multiplication has purpose beyond personal enrichment. It's meant to flow through you to others, to bless through you to many, to multiply through you to multitudes. Generous people receive more than selfish people. Giving people experience greater multiplication than hoarding people. Those who plan to share receive more to share. Plan now how you'll help others when your multiplication arrives. Decide now who you'll bless when tenfold manifests. Determine now what causes you'll support when exponential return comes. This generous planning prepares you to receive multiplication meant to flow through you. Blessing designed to bless through you. Increase intended to increase others through you. Fifth, document your story. Your testimony about how they took from you and God multiplied it tenfold will help countless others facing similar theft, experiencing similar loss, enduring similar taking. Document your story, write it down, record it, share it. Your testimony is medicine for others' wounds, hope for others' despair, faith for others' doubt, that divine multiplication functions, that tenfold return operates, that God restores exponentially what's taken unjustly. When you document and share your story, you're not just telling what happened to you, you're teaching what's available to everyone. You're demonstrating that divine mathematics works. You're proving that heaven's multiplication principles function. You're testifying that God's tenfold return is real, reliable, repeatable for everyone who experiences unjust taking, wrongful stealing, illegal removal. Document your story. It's bigger than you. It's for everyone who needs hope that their theft will trigger their multiplication. So, chosen one, they took what was yours, your opportunity, your idea, your resources, your relationship, your recognition. They took it unjustly, stole it wrongfully, removed it illegally. And in that taking, they triggered something they never anticipated. Divine multiplication, heavenly mathematics. God's tenfold return principle, they took one. God is returning 10. They stole something. God is restoring exponentially. They removed blessing. God is multiplying blessing beyond anything you had before they took it. This is divine justice. This is heavenly compensation. This is supernatural mathematics that doesn't operate by human rules, doesn't function through earthly systems, doesn't calculate via natural principles. This is God's way of handling injustice. Not just correcting it, but overcompensating for it. Not just restoring what was taken, but multiplying what was stolen. Not just replacing what was removed, but expanding what was seized until you have more than you lost, greater than what was taken, beyond what was stolen. Walk in this confidence. Live in this expectation. Operate in this certainty. They took what was yours, and God is multiplying it tenfold. Your opportunities are multiplying, your ideas are flowing, your resources are increasing, your relationships are expanding, your recognition is arriving. All multiplied, all exponential, all tenfold return for what was taken, stolen, removed from you unjustly, wrongfully, illegally. They thought they were diminishing you by taking. They actually triggered your multiplication. They believed they were reducing you by stealing. They actually activated your expansion. They assumed they were defeating you by removing. They actually initiated your elevation. Their theft became your catalyst. Their stealing became your trigger. Their removal became your activation for divine multiplication, heavenly increase, supernatural expansion beyond anything you would have experienced if they hadn't taken what triggered the tenfold return that's manifesting now, arriving now, coming now into your life abundantly, exponentially multiply. They took what was yours, and God multiplied it tenfold. This is your testimony. This is your reality. This is your truth. Their injustice became your multiplication. Their theft became your expansion. Their taking became your tenfold receiving of more than you lost, better than you had, greater than what was stolen. They took what was yours, and God multiplied it tenfold, forever,